happen once again.
Thanks, Rachel. I really like Archer's Dream. Thought she's got a great chance here. Last one moves in. They're in the gate. And they're off. Not a great start for Tarbouche. He's taken back anyway just to get a lead from the other two, and Copper Knight takes the rail and will lead them in the early stages to Archer's Dream racing in second. At the end of the first furlong, Tarbouche is last of the trio. Racing on towards the final 3.5. Rachel Richardson and Copper Knight have the lead over Archer's Dream, and George Wood racing in second, and in third Kevin Stott on Tarbouche. 3 furlongs to go and Copper Knight still has the lead. To Archer's Dream racing in second, and still weighted with Tarbouche last of the trio. At this point they begin to race slightly uphill towards the final quarter mile, and it is still Copper Knight who has got the lead, now beginning to attack Archer's Dream, and so too Tarbouche now begins to breeze up on their outside. Downhill at this point inside the final furlong. Tarbouche in the centre of the course, shaken up. Archer's Dream is digging in for the fight. Copper Knight drops back to third. They've got 100 yards to go. Tarbouche is all out, leads by a head. Archer's Dream one last lunge. Tarbouche and Archer's Dream back in third. Copper Knight.
Well, just a small field, but what a finish between Tarbouche and Archer's Dream. A real old battle between the pair of them. Tarbouche was the odds-on favourite. Archer's Dream coming here for her 4th win. She's run a fantastic race, and Copper Knight will be further back in third. There is Archer's Dream, the one that they're zoning in on. Yep, zoning in on her because she is the winner, getting the better of the Tarbouche. Congratulations, James Fanshawe and George Wood. And you were very complimentary of the race planning and placing for this filly so far. They've done it again.
And he's got it right again. It was a narrow win, but she was probably battle-hardened in the ground from that run at Salisbury. It didn't run as well on fast ground twice since, and she's got a reward by beating an old warrior, Tarbouche, who's settled last, or tried just a little bit keen. That's probably cost him in the closing stages in last place. What we expected did happen was Copper Knight led against the rail and just didn't have the guns to hold on. He's probably not running as well now as he was earlier in the season. Perhaps running in Group 1s against the likes of Batash has bottomed him for the time being. So hope to see him back in the spring in better form. And George Wood on the winner, tucked in, decides to make his move before Tarbouche, and just gets half a length ahead before Kevin Stott on Tarbouche on the outsides gets into the drive, and they're neck and neck all the way to the line. It's bang on the nod, this win, or maybe Tarbouche is a tiny fraction in front in the last 50 yards before she's nailed him in the last stride.
Yeah, very last stride, because he was actually in front. And there is the official photo finish on the near side. Well done to Archer's Dream, far side Tarbouche, and further back in the field, and not running a bad race at all. But you look at those big performances early in the season, and just might be a little bit over the top. I don't know, I mean, looked absolutely fine, yeah, ran fine, but not as good as we've seen.
Yeah, and it was testing in the end, because they finished 7 seconds above the standard, even with the wind behind them. So it's very, very close at the line, just seeing to see whether they've touched at all, which they haven't. No interference, and so there won't be a student inquiry, which is great. But it did turn out to be an exciting race between the two principals in the market, and this young filly, I don't think she's had to improve to win. She's just come back to that Salisbury form. Tarbouche had to pull out a bit more than he had at Beverley, and was found wanting by the width of the cigarette paper.
3 wins in the spring for her. Archer's Dream running here in a handicap of 98, debut in this sphere, and she's done it very, very well in the end. She's had to battle, but she's just managed to edge it on the wire, and that was the latest race 3 here, the 2:55.
Yeah, just a 3, but it provided a good finish, a good race as well, wasn't it? And Dollar Dream ahead, Archer's Dream has run on nicely to